My name is Diego, your Swiss-born Western Canada expert. This is the second installment of a series with trip ideas for Western Canada. So stay to the end, I'll give you a little treat, and let's dive in. So let's jump into our 7-day itinerary on Vancouver Island. First we start, as you see here on the screen, in Victoria to explore the charming inner harbor. And when you're done with it, maybe grab some fresh juice that the, what I remember, offered there. We move on to visit the Royal BC Museum to delve into the region's history. And then the third spot on the list we're going to check out, we're going to stroll through the picturesque garden in Butchart Gardens and finish off the day with excited things we've done with a nice fine dinner in Victoria itself. Then on the next day we head over to Parksville. That's the spot number 2 on the list, as you see here. We visit the butterfly gardens to witness some exotic species, and then we drive over to the renowned beaches of Parksville. And there are plenty of beaches around, plenty of things to do there and to enjoy a day, especially with the family. We can let the kids roam around freely and also visit afterwards the Parksville Community Park or the River Beach Park with, as you see here, various things to do for kids especially, and where you won't find all the other tourists, of course. Then on day 3 we already had over to explore Parksville a bit more, meaning we're moving and seeing the Paradise Mini Golf and the Fun Park. Definitely a thing that is great for kids and adults alike. Sometimes we adults turn ourselves into kids again, right? Anyway, after all the fun, we're gonna visit the famous Coombs Old Country Market. And why it's famous? Because you find the goats on the rooftops, which is surely a fun and interesting thing to do and see. And then we already arrive at Park day 4, where we drive over to Tofino and Ucluelet, and along the journey we stop at the Cathedral Grove. That's in the Macmillan Provincial Park, where you can marvel at the ancient Douglas fir trees. And believe me, it's very spectacular and nice and super calm place, and has some tracks to explore the area, as you see here. And after that we move over and stop in Port Alberni for filling up our own tanks to eat something, have great fish and chips. And then we move over or drive over to Tofino and Ucluelet, and we're certainly gonna make a stop at both places to explore the little quaint villages. Tofino, for example, has a great spot for ice cream. When you have a nice day, then definitely a thing to do, and great spot also to cool down and wind down from the busy day, from all the driving. And on the next day you move over to the Long Beach, which has a beach stretch of over 16 kilometers, so a great place to stay there. Fun for the whole family. You can even take some lessons with surfing, and when you're done with it, explore the rainforest in the Pacific Rim National Park. There are some tracks around that you can walk on, as you see here in the pictures below. Perfect for all type of ages. You might even consider taking a wildlife tour to see and explore the local fauna with a specialist at the locations there. And that brings us already to the 6th day on the travel. And on the day 6 we drive back to the Cowichan Valley, but along the way we make first a stop at the Ucluelet Aquarium, which is famous for its interactive marine experience. I've made another video about that. where I show what you can do in the aquarium, but to keep it short, it's a great spot for all ages alike, as you're able to touch certain fishes and sea life as well, and makes it really a special experience. And then when you travel to the Cowichan Valley, stop at the BC Forest Discovery Center to learn something about the history in the area. And on day 7 we already talk about departure. There are various options you can do and take. So if you stay in the Cowichan area, you're gonna or should visit the little Cowichan Cheeseworks. That's a little farm to give you some farm experience. Great for kids, of course. Or if you consider returning to Victoria, then you must visit the Malahal Skywalk, which offers scenic and panoramic views of the surroundings and the area, and is definitely a spectacular experience to have. So that brings us slowly to the end. I shortly summarize the places we have been to. First we started in Victoria, then we went to Parksville. From there we moved over to Tofino and Ucluelet. We saw the Cowichan Valley, and then we ended our trip either in the Cowichan Valley area or in Victoria, with the idea to move on over to Vancouver or over to Nanaimo and then Horseshoe Bay for further and prolonging the trip. And furthermore, I want you to provide you with the link to the trip I've mentioned and proposed today, that you can do and adjust it for yourself. You find it in the links below. And keep in mind, this trip is only 7 days long. There are many things I've packed in this trip that could be easily extended to more than 7 days, easily 14 days even. And with that, we're coming to the end. If this trip has inspired you and you want to do that on your next adventure, please give me a thumbs up for the video. I would really appreciate it. If you want to have more travel guides and ideas, just go over to my channel for more videos and trip ideas, also for example where to eat in Vancouver. And if you have anything you want to share with me, your tips, your insights, let me know in the comments, and also which destinations I should cover the next time maybe. And for sure one of the upcoming videos will be another itinerary idea for 7 days in Western Canada, maybe next time in Saskatchewan or Manitoba. So with that, stay tuned. Thank you for keeping up with me. I wish you a great day. Tschüss zusammen, arrivederci und auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.